I think we are in extended video mode. Let's see, we just went past 11 seconds, so cool. We are here, and I am trying out Google Glass in Bethesda. You can see all the bicycles. And we're going to be going on the Capitol Crescent Trail, which is about 4 or 5 miles in that direction. It's very pretty. A lot of downhill, which is fine with me. And now we're going to grab our kick bikes, and I'll explain those in a moment. And this is an opportunity to see how long a Google Glass video can last. What the hell's the matter with that? Okay, well, there used to be a nice suburb here, that nice little community, and they are building something. So, actually, I have not been here since they started this construction. So, we're on our way. In a moment, I'll stop in the sunlight down here. And Honda. Huh. I think there's a Volvo dealer a little further down that we've sent a Volvo to. All right. Lots of construction. This is the first time we've been out on the kick bikes. I can hear something rattling down there. Yeah, as soon as we get down to the bridge, I'll stop, and my wife can catch up. I'll be interested in seeing how well you can hear me over the wind going by. It's not windy out, but wind is generated by movement. Okay, here's a nice sunny place. Okay, and let me back up here. So we can see there are the kick bikes, and there's the bikes going by. They're from Finland, and you can see they have a large front wheel, which is 700C, and then that rear wheel is 18 inches, so it's kind of odd that they mix metric and British units. Make sure I'm look before I cross the road. And you can see we're loaded for bear. I've got these panniers and all kinds of goodies, folding chairs, weapons in case we are engaged in hand-to-hand combat, a map of Washington, D.C. Bike trails, and we'll be on our way. And this is being recorded with Google Glass. And let's see how the viewfinder is looking. It looks pretty good. I've recorded this many times before with other head-mounted videos. Hello! Hello! There's my anonymous, long-suffering spouse. And her bike, which is named Sunny. Mine is named Gladiator. I think there's a little gender-specific naming convention there. But okay, and we're going to go down to Fletcher's Cove. And I'm kind of interested in seeing how long this extended video will last. And yeah. Well, I can hear something is rattling against the wheel here, so I need to tuck it away. Tuck that. Get out of the way, dear. Thank you. These, the Capitol Crescent Trail is a very busy trail. Okay. Otherwise, that's going to drive me crazy if I can't get rid of that. Okay. No. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. Sorry about that interruption in this lovely Kickbike travelogue. The Capitol Crescent Trail is incredibly busy on the first really, really nice days of spring. So I think we're passing here. On your left. On your left. On your left. Okay. And this is the second day. The solstice was yesterday, second day of summer. I hope you don't mind me chattering. When I look at it later, I like a little bit of a narration, even if it's just me listening to me. By the way, I always kind of wondered, why is it that the summer just started yesterday here in June, but it's really July and August that are the hottest. The summer starts officially on the longest day, so therefore the Earth receives the most sunlight. So why isn't it the hottest? I looked it up. It's due to something called thermal inertia and the way in which the oceans store the heat and then release it. Alrighty. So you can see that we do share with pedestrians. And we've come up here to one of the 3 or 4 cross streets that we face early on. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. And, yep, I think Google Glass is still working. It'll be interesting later to see. I presume that there's no image stabilization built into Google Glass, but I can run it through something that would help. You'll notice that every time I kick, there's a little bit of a bobbing motion. This is actually an old railroad trail, and it has, I forget, I looked it up. It has of course, a railroad. The engineers, not the railroad engineers, but the civil engineers, design it so that the tracks don't change at much of a rate. On your left.
Make sure that
Oh, and this is Washington, D.C., and so it's kind of interesting when you hear snatches of conversations. It's about the headlines. So they were talking about Obamacare there. I have no idea what they were saying. And we look over here on the right and on the left, and through the trees you can see residential properties. It'd be super nice to live here because you can just pop right out. I'm sure a lot of these folks actually do commute to work. Be a lot more work coming up this than down, even though it's only a slight incline. We're looking into backyards. Eventually it gets a little wilder as we get down by the river. And believe it or not, I don't know whether it's once or twice a year, but there is an accident. Someone dies on one of these trails due to being struck by a bicycle. Okay. Speed limit, 15 miles an hour. It's kind of interesting. I guess that applies to bicycles. You're not supposed to have any motorized stuff on these things. Yep, as you can see, I'm not having to kick very much. It's a slight downhill all the way. And we are at about 10 minutes. Be interesting to stop and see what the battery charge is dropped to, but I wouldn't want to interfere. Very pleasant now. It's probably about 80 degrees. I know because just a card or two away is the DC weather. Yeah. Storage. Yeah, it's kind of like a narrow little bit of greenery. Yeah, it does say 15 miles an hour. Okay. And now we come to one of the larger bridges over thoroughfares. Been to that McDonald's before. I've done this in icy rain. My wife was not too happy with that. We stopped in the McDonald's over there and had some hot chocolate. I have a feeling I've left her behind, but when we get to the top here, I'll turn around and look back, see if we can catch a glimpse of her. These Kickbikes are from Finland, and they were invented by a medical student who wanted to be able to cross-train with sleds, basically chairs on skis or on skates that you push, and originally devised to rescue people on ice. And now we're looking back here, and the kids are coming up the hill. Determined look. Oh, and I do see Diana. We'll wait here for a moment. Let the folks go by. Yeah, it's pretty urban, the first half of the Capitol Crescent Trail. But there's a very nice place called Fletcher's Cove, which is a great place to plop down with folding chairs and listen to some music, have a picnic. Although I didn't bring anything today. And I'll be interested in seeing whether it lasts battery-wise. Yeah. And as you can see, these kick bikes don't have gears. And so we tend to walk them up the hill. Yeah. I could do a personal trainer thing here and say, yeah, come on, you can do it. But she knows Google glasses on, so she wouldn't appreciate it. Feel that? Do you see it? Oh, that's the bridge popping up and down. A big truck went down. Actually, that's not me. Okay, she's smiling. Okay, I'm gonna look back the other way here. Yeah, and this is fun because you really get going fast. So I'll see you there. Everything working okay? Okay, all right. All righty. Well, I'd like to go super fast, but there are lots of people. Yeah. Yeah, there's the Volvo place. We took a car that my wife named Marissa. All righty. Yep. Yeah. And she's going to go on the left. On the left. Yeah, interesting. Downhill, these things actually go faster than a lot of geared bikes. Less friction. More aerodynamic. And also, when you're going really, really fast, lower center of gravity. So they run like they're on rails. Yeah, more construction. Yep. Yeah. You can certainly see how someone might bump into someone on this trail. probably should be counting off mile markers. Give you a sense of where we are. On your left. Yeah. You can see it's getting a little more woodsy. A lot of times there's hiking trails down along the creeks. We just went by Lowborough Mill. Okay, Capitol Crescent Trail, mile 5. A little bit of history there of a mill. All right, we are going to keep on going. Yeah, I'm checking my visor here. This thing has a pretty, these Google glasses have a pretty good, Google Glass has a pretty good, I wonder if it's going to be fisheye. Pretty wide range, left to right, top to bottom. There really isn't a viewfinder for taking pictures, and there's no zoom yet. I'll bet there'll be a digital zoom eventually. Zoom in, 2x, Google has. Yeah, very pleasant. Yeah, this is a little flat here, so I actually got to do some work. Yeah, I get all kinds of interesting reactions to these kick bikes. Every once in a while, I'm surrounded by a pack of 28 speeds or 21 speeds, whatever the number is, and they've got their Lycra biking outfits. And they stop and they look at this and they're like, why would anybody have a kick bike? And I like to say very slowly, this kick bike is 300% more efficient than your bicycle at exercise. That is, it takes a lot more work. Although I'm not really doing anything now. And believe it, I'm not sure. Anecdotally, I bumped into a fellow on a bicycle who knows folks in Europe who actually race these things professionally. And he said that someone actually won the bicycle race up to and down Pikes Peak. And if you think about it, you basically run uphill as fast as you can, and I've heard that folks have come down. Like I think there's the 30-mile downhill there in Hawaii from the volcano, and I've heard of people at least reporting that they're going like 50-60 miles an hour. And I just don't know that I'd try that on a regular bike, but like I said, it has a pretty low center of gravity when you care to crouch down a bit. Of course, I have an exceptionally low gravity because of the way I have the hanging panniers. Yeah, keeping the dog on a tight leash. Don't go over into the path of the kick bike. And we're at about 20 minutes now on the Google Glass video. Gosh, when I get down to Fletcher's Cove, maybe I'll just let it run. See how long a video it can take. Or I could just stop it and see what percentage is and extrapolate. I'm not currently on the internet. I turned off my phone. Just want to see how these things worked. Not going against the cloud. They certainly understood the commands to take the video. All right. On your left. Oh, and there actually is some technique to kicking. Not that I have any of it, but there are pendulum swing type kicks. But my favorite is one called Kicking in the Barn Door. Very visually metaphor there. Yeah. Yep, if you're hearing me breathe, that's me. It's actually the first time I've been out. Maybe I have a good excuse to stop down here to let my partner catch up. Whew. Well, when I upload this and tweet it out, I bet you I'll get kidded by some of the bicyclists who are in much better shape and who, she's doing pretty good. Must be the personal training she's going to a couple times a week. Yeah. You're doing great, dear.
I'm feeling it though, are you?
I'm feeling it, but I didn't expect you to be on my heels.
But it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. No, I just had some.
Oh my gosh, is it beautiful?
Yeah, nice day. Well, we are at 23 and a half minutes. The video is running. I'm going to go stand in the shade. Oop, let's let these people go by. Yeah. Yeah, here's the signs. River Road and Washington, D.C. All right. Up here, watch this guy. Okay.
You guys need help?
No, we're good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, dear. The people are very nice that way. Stopping and to patch a tire, that kind of thing. A lot of folks here actually don't know how to do a tire. I do, although I had to relearn it. I patched quite a few tires as a kid, but I think I went online. This is a familiar face here, or back. One of the several reservoirs here, or maybe it's water treatment, I'm not sure which. Probably water treatment. I love this this old tunnel. It's fun to whoop in. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Cool. Yoo! Yeehaw! Oh, my wife is embarrassed when I do that. I wonder if she was in the tunnel with me. Oh well. Okay, now this is where it starts getting a lot prettier. You can hear the birds. Yeah. Eventually here we'll see the Potomac, which is off to the right. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, on the left here, we often see deer. Don't see any today. Yeah, we are at 6.5 on the Capitol Crescent Trail. Oh, I'm going to be lazy. I'm not, with other cameras that I've worn on my head, like the Look-See, and I've also sometimes strapped a flip cam to my helmet. I do try to keep my head stationary as much as possible because I know that can be disconcerting when people watch it. I'm not really attempting to do that much. I just kind of want to see how it comes out, if it's just more naturally in forgetting that it's there. Well, there she is, right on my tail. Are you feeling it, dear?
Yes, but the working out has not really.
Good. They're working out. I've been commenting about that. Well, okay. You can finish. Well, see you a little further along. Okay. This is a nice fast downhill as long as we're not too crowded. Very smooth. Now leaving Montgomery County, presumably entering DC. Smell some nice flowers here once in a while. Yeah, you probably can't make it out, but off in the distance I see houses that are on the other side of the Potomac with incredible views. Airplane overhead on approach to DCA, Reagan National Airport. Yeah, what is it with the fluorescent sports shoes? Seeing them around. Must not be with it. I got a fluorescent shirt on. Oh. Well, you can hear a little bit of traffic that's going along the canal. The longest, skinniest park in the region, 186 miles long, which is the old canal that George Washington was a partner in a business. I don't know, he actually intended to connect it with the Ohio River, but railroad came along, railroad tail, and we will see we'll cross the canal, now just used for recreational purposes. I'd say this classifies as dappled in here, sunlight dappled. I forget whether we see the vista. Yeah, I think we do see the vista, several vistas of the Potomac River before we get to Fletcher's Cove. You can hear some water draining off, and I caught a glimpse of the canal, which you should see in about 3-4 minutes, maybe 5. And as you can tell, I'm not really having to work very hard. Kind of embarrassed about that, seemingly a little bit out of breath last few minutes ago. But this is my first time out this year. I've been busy. Very pleasant. I'm reminded there's a river in Switzerland, something like the Loon River or the Thun River, Tune, something like that. And it has it has bikeways and inline skating pathways that are incredibly smooth, way smoother than this. And they have a downhill of, I don't know, 2 degrees, 1.5 degrees. And it is so gradual that you can't tell that it's downhill. And so you feel like you're moving magically along, being propelled across a perfectly flat surface. This isn't quite like that, but sometimes it feels that way. Oh. No hydraulics. I think there are 3 or 4 kickbike models. There's the City Classic, which is my wife has. That's got the kind of the traditional handlebars. This has more, I don't know what you call them, more for, I guess, rougher terrain. There's a one with really skinny wheels, and it's only like an inch off the ground. That's for racing. And then there's a mountain bike version, which I think has shock absorbers, at least on the front. Okay, Trail Narrows. Several places along here they've had problems with things washing out. You have to go around. Yep, it narrows all right. Look at this, interesting. Alrighty. Okay. Interesting. Huh, that's new. They must be repairing something. And here is the canal. They used to have barges drawn by horses, and then there were inns at various places where you could stop overnight. Yeah. not too far from Fletcher's Cove, and we are at about 36 minutes. Let's pop over here while I wait for my significant other to catch up. Okay. How you doing, dear? You want to go ahead for a little while? We're right at about 35 minutes, dear. And we're actually getting into an area where we occasionally see deer, especially if it gets a little toward evening. Oh, there's the first longboard. See this guy with a longboard on the left? I actually own one of those. Don't use it anymore. Essentially, too dangerous. Although the version I have has brakes. That's right, my skateboard has brakes. Hand caliper controlled disc brakes. Kind of cool. You come down a hill and people are saying, look at this fellow on a big geezer on a longboard. And then I just hit the brakes. Stop on a dime. Okay. Well, my Google Glass certainly is not as obvious as the other cameras I used to wear on my head. Lots of greenery, ferns. Always I see foundations of old buildings. Tree branch. And we're almost at Fletcher's Cove. You can hear the drain off. Dear, I'm gonna pop up here for a second. You go on down. I'll catch up with you. Yep. Look both ways. Okay, that is heading northwest. DC is that way. And that bridge down there is over to, I don't know, the lock house office, the person responsible for opening and closing locks, I believe. Either that or it's an old hotel where people would stop. And I see a kayaker. You can rent them here. And now I'm going to catch up with my significant other.
It's our turn.
And park the bike and then just walk down to the Potomac. One time we came here and the smelt were smelting, whatever. And it was just amazing. It was just, the surface was alive with fish flopping. and the osprey and the human fisherman were jostling each other. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Thank you. So, Fletcher's Cove, Chesapeake and Ohio Canal National Historical Park. I see folks getting down into their canoes, parking, and now I'm going to go down by the river. Get you anything?
No, we haven't started yet.
Ah, cool. Well, good luck. Good luck. You heard them. They will, though. And we are still recording. Gosh, well, maybe I'll just let it run. Not sure. It'd be pleasant to stop here. Then it'd be kind of boring, though, for the video. Oh, some refreshments. Yeah, picnic. And off there, there's the Potomac. I'm not sure if the tide affects it up here. Yeah, what do you have there? That's all right, I'm fine.
Sell them before they die, if anybody is interested. I gotta go down again.
We'll find you a place to sit there.
Good. $11.
And we're at about 43 minutes into the video. I'm just so tempted to turn it off and see what the battery life is at. I'll take that, dear.
I didn't realize it was so big, and I don't want so much.
No. I'm just going to walk down here, dear. And you're welcome to stay. Okay. Yeah, this actually used to be owned by the Fletchers, the Fletcher family. Had it for many decades, but apparently what I read in the newspaper was the sons really weren't interested in taking it over, so it was given or sold to the Park Service. No launching of private boats, okay. And what I've heard recently, or last couple of years, is that how expensive it was going to be to dredge this. Yeah, see, this used to be floating. No. Yeah. Well, that's Maryland on the other side. And I see some people in boats over there. Yeah, I think I remember when this was actually, of course, obviously affected by the tides as well, even in this far. Okay, well, see how we doing time-wise. We are at 45, and the side of my Google Glass is it's warm, but it's actually not as hot as I thought it might be. Good luck. Yeah. Well, at this point, usually we take folding chairs and stick them by the river over here. You can kind of go down through the trees. I don't think we're going to do that today. May even press on. It'd be interesting to know when Google Glass poops out. Just leave it run. Just got to remember to take it off if I go in the restroom. No, I'm good. How's that?
Are we dropping down?
Nah, I don't know. Look, there goes the duck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a heck of a landing.
What happened there?
I wonder how close I can get.
You didn't burn very well.
Do you want some food? Want some food? I don't have any, but maybe I can make you think. I have a smile for Google Glass, duck. Come on, duck. Come on. Oh, it's stopping. Interesting. Go in the sun where we can get a good shot of you. I promise I won't bother you anymore. Well, I don't know if that qualifies as on its merry way, but it could. Well. Jeez. So I stopped bothering it and then it takes off. So I think it wanted me to bother it. Heading upriver. See if I can find a lovely mollusk. I don't know, or whatever. A bit of, I guess they're vegetarians. Okay. Do you want to go further? Make it all the way to... Yeah. Well, pretty much the excitement is over. I'm going to turn off the glasses and see what the battery says. So anyway, thank you for accompanying me, even if I'm only thanking myself watching this later. We are at 48 minutes, and now I'm going to turn it off.